I don't know. Do you think that the 49ers, I guess they're going to get creative and get a cornerback. Would you like to see them go out and get like an expensive one? Or do you think, I don't know what I'm trying to ask you right now,
Okay,
but
I
yeah,
understand. You're saying they need a cornerback. They seem to be going bargain basement.
yeah,
How about let's go up a few flights and get a really good or a pretty good cornerback and pay big money for it. And they could do it, but they're not doing it, and we don't know the reasons. We
yeah.
don't know why they're going bargain basement in certain positions when they have money to do better than that. What is the reasoning and what is the impulse? And Iggy, we don't really know. We
I
don't
don't
really
get it.
know.
And what's interesting about the situation now, there are corners available, there are safeties available. They could get them right now, and they need players there. Now, their biggest need is offensive line, always. And they can't really get quality offensive linemen at this time of the year because they're rare, they're hard to find, and that market's gone. If they had known that they were going to have 46 million in cap space, maybe they re-sign Aaron Banks. Maybe they re-sign Jalen Moore. I mean, their offensive line is worse than last year, so you can't really do anything about that now. But did they not understand what kind of cap space they were going to have? I just don't understand why they took the lumps they took this offseason with this available. I don't get it.
Okay, let's do this. You
Mm-hmm.
use lumps, which is Lynch's word. We're going to take
Yeah.
our lumps early in the season, meaning we have a lot of cheap young players playing for us. Pretend you're a fan, Iggy, and you say, gee, I'm looking at this. They're not spending a lot really on the team. They have a lot of cap space. Um, would you then say, well, it's okay if they lose a lot of games because they haven't spent the money? Would you give them a break if you were a fan?
Absolutely not. And I think there's a large contingent of fans that like are so into the operation that they want to see things from the team's perspective, even financially. But I don't have to applaud the team for saving money or being fiscally responsible. Eddie DeBartolo wasn't fiscally responsible necessarily. Like, all I care about is an owner who's as fanatic about the team as I am. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now.
I
All I
agree.
care about. Yeah.
I agree, Iggy.
Yeah.
Um, as a fan, I'm not a fan of 49ers enterprises. I'm
Mm-mm.
a fan of the 49ers.
Right.
And you say, oh, they're not spending a lot this season. They're going to take their lumps. My reaction is spend more money.
Right.
I want a good team.
It'd be one thing if it was like year one of a head coaching tenure and it was scorched earth. You're starting over, rebuilding the team. You just gutted the roster and the team is young. All right, fair enough. Take your lumps. I understand. Like, you're not, no one good's going to sign with you anyway. It's year 9 of your tenure. You were just in the Super Bowl a year ago. You have a very old core. How does, I mean, George Kittle just got paid, so he's not in a position to complain. But how do you think George Kittle and Trent Williams feel like, oh, we're just going to punt on this season? I'm going to be 32 this year. You're going to be 37 this year. So I guess we'll go get him when you're 38 and I'm 33. That sucks. We'll be worse that year. Aren't we the team? Aren't we the core? Aren't we trying to maximize our timeline? I mean, isn't that the same thing that we're seeing with the Warriors? You have Steph Curry right now. What are you wasting your time with Jonathan Kuminga for? Aren't you trying to like go all in with the 37-year-old you're building around? I don't understand.
I could imagine if you got them in a private moment, some of the veterans, and that would probably include CMC.
Yep.
That would probably include him.
Yep.
I was like, oh, and it might include the middle linebacker. This is my time now.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you spending money so I can succeed and maybe
Mm-hmm.
win a Super Bowl before I retire?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I care about 49ers enterprises? I care about my team and me this season. And what's more, that's what I'm supposed to care about.
It just feels like the Niners owners looked at what happened last year, all the money they spent on all those veteran defensive players who didn't work out, and they said, you know what? Enough of this chasing a dynasty thing. Enough of this chasing a championship. We could spend $1 billion chasing this thing and never get it. Let's be fiscally responsible. Let's extend our best players, but not do anything crazy in free agency and diversify our portfolio this offseason. Really protect ourselves.
Iggy, pretend again that you're a fan. Let's say the Niners have, and I don't know what they're going to have. Let's say they have an 8-9 season. Do you give Kyle a pass on
Mm.
that?
So interesting, right? Because from his perspective, like, hey, how many wins would we have had this year if our owners cared as much about football as they did about soccer? Think about it. Maybe we win 11. He has he would have a point there. He didn't ask for this.
No, he and Lynch did not ask for this. Lynch seemed almost apologetic when he spoke to the media. Because I'm a bit of a hard ass in some things, I would understand Kyle's predicament, but I wouldn't give him a break.
Yeah.
He's supposed to coach what he has, and he's had a lot of other opportunities. So I would understand that it's not fair. It's not fair, but I would still expect him to win more than 8 games, especially
Absolutely.
with that schedule, Iggy.
That's the thing. You're supposed to be a great coach, and they're not letting you spend your way out of this mess. Okay, well, coach up the young guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Because other guys could.
Bill Walsh coached up Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
Carlton Williamson.
They spent a lot of money on that team 2 years ago, and the Niners still lost the Super Bowl. Maybe the answer is to spend less and to bring out the best of Kyle Shanahan. Maybe this will spur on some real creativity.
Yes, this might make him a better coach.
He's coaching for his job now.
This could make him a better coach unless they feel he's already the greatest coach and couldn't even be any better than that. But I think he could grow as a coach. Earlier in this broadcast, we talked about ways that he can.
Purdy got an extension. Kyle didn't, and a lot of his coordinators and coaches got fired. I'd be nervous if I were Kyle. Maybe confident because he's probably confident in his own abilities and ability to rise to the occasion. But there's a lot at stake for him this year. I think he knows that.
He should welcome it.
Yep.
He's a competitor. He should say, maybe my job is on the line. Maybe my standing with Jed is on the line. Good. I'll show him. Not like, oh my God. No, I'm going to show him I'm a really good coach. Don't worry about it. That's how he should think.
Yeah. And the way he should think also is this Niners organization, this Niners Enterprises is freaking worthless without me. What the hell was Niners Enterprises before I came here? You were the bumbling idiots who threw away Jim Harbaugh and put your own organization and brand in the gutter. I got it out of there. I gave you guys freaking respect. You get rid of me. Who's your next coach going to be? Are you guys going to have any respect? Are you going to be the team that's transitioning into soccer ownership? Get started at factormeals.com/Cohn50off and use code Cohn50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
Yeah, right. And he should have that kind of confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Harbaugh does. Jim Harbaugh didn't say, oh, the Niners got rid of me. He went to Michigan and won a national championship. And now he's gone to this. I'm going to call him San Diego. I always want to call him San Diego. Now he's going to go to the Chargers. He's already made them a respectable team, Iggy.
Yeah, they won 11 games last year. The Niners lost 11 games last year. So pretty much every year he's been gone, Harbaugh's made it his mission to put it in the 49ers' faces, and he's been pretty good about it.
Yeah, he's a hell of a
coach.
coach.
Kyle should do that too.